Hi everyone, Emma here. I thought I'd show you this really simple bracelet that's kind of a nice summery bracelet. This is using Michael's beads, so again it's very accessible if you're in Canada or the US, and I'm sure other countries have some similar beads. And actually the image that I got this design from on Pinterest used I think 8O seed beads. So you can use 8O seed beads, and they used a blue opaque seed bead with some silver ones. So I think most people have silvers. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I'll just show you the idea that I'm going for. So it's a multi-strand bracelet, and what I've done is I've added some blue, and then on the ends I add silver beads, and then I'm going to join them with one of these cones. Now I would have liked to do kind of one of those fold over clasp, but the ones that I had were too small. So, and then the other ones were too big. They were more for leather. So I thought I'd try and do it this way. I think I've done one bracelet where I strung it through one of these cones, and I didn't realize how to do it, and some people let me know the best way to do it. And one of the ways to do it is either use a piece of wire or a head pin and attach all your strands to the head pin and then pull it through. So I did come up with a different way to do it, and the reason being is these are strung on some 10-pound fire line. Now you can use any type of string. You could probably use Nymo, or even, sewing thread would be fine. But you do need to be able to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm either going to tie this in a knot. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Tie it in a knot and then pull it through this cap, or I might do the individual, a couple of strands at a time, and use one of these crimp beads. These are like really inexpensive ones, but they still work really well. So use one of those and then slide it through this clamshell, and then take the head pin, put it through this, and then string it through the cone. I mean, it fits in the cone right now as it is, so it's not a big deal. So we'll get to that. We'll just figure it out. The other thing I wanted to show you is these needles. So I got these needles from the Panda Hall store on AliExpress, and I think there was 85 needles. Let me grab the packaging for this. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't put this in the garage sale, because there's no way I'll use this many needles. So let me see if it says how many. No. So I think it's 120 needles, and it was like $5. It may not even been that much. And let me tell you, when I got them, I thought they were the collapsible needles, and I thought they were like half this size. So when I got them, I'm like, oh, I'm never going to use this. And since I've pulled them out, I use them for the jewel loom. They're amazing. So they're super thin, and they're nice and kind of a little bit bendy, but the eye is a nice size. The thread fits through there, no problem. Like usually I have to kind of mash down my fire line to get it through a needle, and it goes through fine, and this needle's small enough to go through a lot of beads. I don't think, let me try a 50 just to give you a heads up in case you're interested. Definitely, so I don't know when, I haven't decided when I'm going to release this video, so I don't know when you're going to see it, but it's Today's Wednesday. Look, this is a 15 seed bead. 15-0. And it's like there's room. I don't know if you can see that. There's still room left. So you could easily get past threads through there. I'm just stunned at how good these needles are. So anyway, what I was going to say is, so the garage sale was an incredible success. I want to thank everybody for that. I think what I'll do is I will release this video right away so that people will get the word. I am so impressed on so many levels. People were wonderful and kind during the garage sale. One person in particular, Debbie Stokes, had picked an item and it had multiple parts to it. She actually offered one of the pieces to the next person, asking for the item, and things like that. It was just incredible how nice everybody was. And then people were just so quick at paying for everything, and I'm just blown away. So I want to thank everybody so much for that, and I'm still trying to think of something to do about that. I may take the names of the people who have purchased and maybe do a giveaway draw or something special. But anyway, there was special goodies in the packages anyway, but just yeah, I was just really impressed. So I am planning on doing another one in probably November, so that people get their packages before Christmas, maybe even late October. And hopefully I'll have some more current beads that you've seen, so that I'm going to go through my stash. And as well, I'm going to be making leather wrap bracelets and beaded bracelets to sell. So I'm not sure about doing kits. I found it was really complex to do a kit, even though it was, only a few items. So we'll see about that. But anyway, these needles would probably go in there, where I would probably just give one as a free gift, as a thank you. So anyway, one or two, whatever. So let's get some. I cut a piece. So I did measure out what this would be on a mandrel, and I'm looking between a 7 1/4 and 7 1/2. And that's going to depend on how much I get onto the end of the bracelet with the clasp. The clasp I'm going to be using are these new round spring clasps that I just got from AliExpress, and they are lovely. They're a nice size. They're not super big, but they're not the little tiny ones either. So that's really nice. And the silver is really shiny on them, and the spring is really nice and easy to maneuver. So we'll use that. So I went ahead and cut a piece of fire line, and let's go ahead and thread it here. Try and see what I'm doing. So you see, I didn't mash that down at all, and that's how easy it was to get in there. And I'm going to add a bead stopper on the end. Now you can probably put a little more thread on there, and I probably should have, but I'm always like cheap with my fire line. The stuff's so expensive. I go to the fishing store, my wife waits in the car for me, and I come out with like a tiny little bag, and I say, yeah, I just spent $100 on fishing line. She's like, what? She's like, we need to have a discussion. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm skipping a couple of these beads. Let me enlarge this for you. So I'm skipping a couple, and I'll tell you why. So these are supposed to be silver beads. I think they call them mercury color. Some of them are just clear with a bit of mercury on the inside. I would really prefer it to be silvery, so that's why or mercury, so that's why I'm skipping those ones. And they'll just fall off when and I added 10 to those guys. And then I just use these for bead stoppers. So there's 10. Okay, so the other part that I like about this needle is you can measure how many beads, and it's usually really accurate. So I think a whole needle full of beads ends up being 30 beads. So if you were, really particular in counting, what I'm doing is just matching it up to what's next to it. It should be pretty accurate. So let me find the end of this one here. Oh, that's another piece of fire line. So I leave this on the strand. Let me cut this one. That's the stringing material that's on the for the blue. Okay, so I just hang on to it and then feed it through. You could put it on the mat and feed your needle through. And this is the other part that I love about these needles. Like, they're just incredible. I think we'll skip that little funky piece of bead. Let's see if I can. Pull this all the way through and just kind of eyeball this. So I need a bit more. Let's try that. And pull that down. And so I do need, let me see, about 4 more. I think I'll do another strand. So the image that I saw had, I think, 8 strands, but because I think they were using 8O seed beads, that would be a little smaller than what I have here. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. That's probably actually enough. So we'll try that. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, that's our. Okay, that's the knot, the knotted end. Okay, let's take a look at what we have. We need 10 of these. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'll pull that out. And looks like there's more in here. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 on that one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the other one, I'm going to have to take some off. I don't want the strands to be wonky. So let me take 3 of these off. Looks like there was 3 too many. Okay. So let's grab these so we can figure out what we want to do with them. I guess I could take a bigger crimp bead. That's what I might do, a bead-along one. So I'm just going to bring these all together and then slide these guys down. Okay. So let's see if we can get these on the strand, or on the, just hang on to that and grab a, I'll keep it to silver. So I'm using a number 2. I think a number 2. Oh yeah, that'll all go through there. easily. Let's see how if we can get this through. I'm just going to twist it and clip the end. This might be a little sketchy here. Might have to do them individually. Look at that. I can't believe that went on. I'm wondering if I should try and bring it around like a stop bead. And that way you know that this is not going to come undone. This, so of course this part's going to be a bit sketch. Let me just put that there. I'm going to move this bead stopper down so I can move my beads a bit down to give me more room to work here. Okay. Let's see if we can twist. Oh, they look at the strands all changed, like length. Okay, I may have to do them individually. Actually, all but one went through. That is awesome. There, that was a little easier than I thought. So I'm going to pull it in the opposite direction because I don't want to lose a lot of thread because I'm going to have to do this on the other side. So I think I said at the beginning this is simple. It is. You might have a different way of doing this. I am just kind of going with what I think would work and what I know the strands will not come loose. Because that would be so sad. You have a beautiful bracelet and it comes loose. I had a lovely bracelet that broke, and while I was getting a massage. So here I am laying naked on the table, and all these tiny beads are flying everywhere. And we go to the massage college, so it's all like a bunch of curtains. So it's flying, the stuff was flying, so I'm just going to flatten my crimp bead. It's already knotted, so it's pretty safe, but we're going to mash that down. Look at that, lovely. And, oh, you know what I didn't? I was supposed to string it through this first. It's supposed to be on the opposite end. Eek. Crapola. Oh, why did I... Okay, I need to figure this out. If there's an easier way to... I'm going to have to cut it and do it again. Okay, well, it worked so well the first time. I'm just like, we're tempting fate here. It's on there so nice. Okay, so I should have strung it first through here. I know I can hear people through the screen saying, Emma, you forgot to put it, you're supposed to put it through, put it through. I know, I forgot. Yeah, so the massage college, oh my gosh, I felt so bad. There's beads everywhere. The students were laughing, they thought it was funny. I guess things could have been worse. There's people that go and they don't turn their phones off. So you're getting like halfway through your massage. They do like an hour and 15-minute massages. You're halfway through your massage and you hear phones ringing. And of course, everybody has these funky ringtones. So it's like playing music. You've got Zen music playing as you're getting your massage. And then all of a sudden you hear, I thought the sheriff. Do 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 do. I'm like, what? That's your ringtone? I'm telling my age with that song. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy yet. Can you tell I'm getting excited? I'm like so excited. I'm not, not particularly happy that the garage sale's over, but it was a lot of work. Look at that. I got it through. So let's move these guys down a bit more. See if I can get this through again. But I'm kind of relieved now, like I don't have any responsibilities before my surgery, so I can finally relax. Just the one strand didn't go through. Let's see if I can poke that guy in. Well, the good thing with this 10-pound fire line is it's stiff. So that's why this is going through easily. There, look at that. Awesome. And I have my, this is how you use a clamshell. Oh, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, man. I was so stressed out when I found out the surgeon was leaving because I was like, I don't want anybody else doing the surgery. And I wanted to get it done quickly so I can move on with my life. Okay, so that is crimped. Let me clip that a little bit more. I do like these clamshells, but I find that I would like, and if anybody knows where I can get some, I would like that these were a little bigger, and if they had like actual round ones would be even better, so that it kind of looks like a bead. So let me see if I can, it's still, the strands are showing, but you know what, it's not going to matter because it's under the bead cap. So let's get a, yeah, so that's going to go in there. I'm going to wait. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to do it right now, and I'll tell you why. Because once I pull all these strands down, I'll show you. Just some may go in the tube and some may stay out. So there might be like a different length of string that's inside there. So it's probably good to do it right now. So let me grab a good head pin. If I can find them, they're there. So I have some lovely ones that I got. So I have these ones. So I think that's what I'll use. From Kathy at the Beading room. And I noticed she just posted her newsletter that she's having a clearance sale on her Swarovskis. So just thought I'd let you know in case you haven't seen that. So I'm just going to loop that in and then I'm going to close it up. Nice. And go through here. There, like that. I think we can do the loop. No, you know what? I'm going to leave this just like this because I might want to add some beads depending on the length of this. So this, I'm going to hold this snug here. I wonder if the bead cap would do that for me. It will. Or the, not bead cap, but the bead stopper. Did I miss a strand here? Nope, it's just not with the others. Let me get all these strands. put these all together. That, like that. That's those 3 that we took off. So let's see if we can move these all down and bring them. We still want them a bit dangly loose. So you don't want this super tight, but you do want them to go down. And last one here. Sorry, you just like pretty much seeing my hand. Take a good look before I have surgery. So some of these seem longer than the other, even though oh my gosh, look, oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Sweet. Okay, see, this is what I mean. I don't want that to happen. So we do need to snug these up. There. Okay. So that will snug up a bit when I add my bead cap. Okay. So one of the changes that I thought I'd make was I took one of these, or I was going to take a few of them and string some of these in there, and you could do that, but I found it kind of took away from this design, and I feel like the design is kind of like a bit of a like sleek, elegant look to it, and you know, I have to be careful. I have so many beads that I often do like too much and add too many things when like 2 colors, 2 beads, a couple of bead caps. Beautiful. So I'm glad that I'm able to make that distinction now because I wasn't before. I was just you see some of my if you saw the garage sale, you saw some of my old stuff, even though people are wonderful saying how nice they were. You look and it's like I was putting everything on there. Okay. One that didn't go through. 2. Let's see if I can get those in there without losing the others. Let's try this again. Okay, maybe if I twist it, it'll go in properly. Oh, there's one more to go in here. That one just does not want to go in. Let me get that one through. And of course, because I've got it twisted, it's sticking with the others. Just pull it through here. And now, okay, let's get these guys to where we need them on the other side. And I would imagine too with this, I forgot what I was going to say. I think some of the strands would be different length, but it's not going to matter once you, oh, I know, is to put them in order so that they're not twisted, or you can purposely twist them so that you get that twisted effect in the bracelet. Okay, another crimp bead. So again, simple bracelet, but you know, it doesn't always go to plan, so it's I get so excited. I move to the next step all the time. Almost all my bracelets, I end up going backwards with stuff. Let's see if we can get this through. Look at that, first try. Wowzer. Let's grab a hold of these and see if we can put it through again. I cannot believe this is going through. Look at that. This is awesome. Okay, so this one's a little bit trickier because what you want to do is you want to draw your crimp tube down to here. Now, I feel like you still have a bit of space to go because it's going to go under this. So it doesn't necessarily have to sit up here. It can sit down here. So don't stress too much if you can't get this snug. But I'm going to see what I can do here. See if I can hang on to that bead, crimp bead, and pull all my strands through. Do them individually to get this secure. And the last one. Let's see what we got. It looks like one didn't go through. Yeah, this one didn't go through. Maybe it did. It's just being, it was just being naughty. Imagine that. It's a knot. It's being naughty. Oh, so you can see it's loose. It's kind of not, I kind of wanted it a little more snug. But again, I don't think that's going to matter. So let's just leave it as it is. And just want to make sure. There, that one's nice and tight. Okay, let's crimp that. Like that. There. So there we go, like that. Now we're going to clip this. Clip it pretty close. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I won't clip it too close because it's going to be hidden anyway. And that way, if one does kind of come out a bit, there's a bit of strand there to hang on to. So I'm just closing that. Again, it doesn't matter. Let's grab, put this on. Just open this up and string that on. That. And then close it up. Nice and tight. Put your cone on. Okay, so it needs to go more than that. That's no good. Yeah, I wonder if it'll even out. Nope. I didn't realize I had that much space. How can we adjust this without having to restring everything? Let me see. I think I am going to do something like this. There. I just pulled the crimp bead out of the clamshell and closed it back up, and it seems to be holding it. So let's see if this works. We'll just tuck that along with that. Put this back on. Cross your fingers. So lesson learned, it does have to be snug. There's not that much room. Close this. It could be too that this, I don't know if they call them head pins, the ones with the loops. This one's getting bent out of shape here. The loop is creating length as well, so I don't know. It's still, I think that's what it is this is creating. Let me see. See if I can bend it over. And make this smaller. This is really strong, these head pins. Let me see. I mean, it's slightly smaller than the open this. I mean, the other thing is you could put a bead. If I had something that slid over that, that would snug it. But I think part of it is that strand is just too. Let me see if I can snug these a little more. Okay. There. Let's see. We got this little piece of messiness. That's a little better, but again, we'll have to be careful the next time we do this. There, actually it's not too bad. Ta-da! Okay, do we want to put a little... Yeah, I think one of these little ones, beads, metal beads, might kind of finish it off a bit. It's almost too small. Do you know a silver Adomite? But I find these a bit yellow. I'll try it. No, you know what? Those are about the same size as those silver beads. So let me try. There's one more. You know what? I don't know where they are. I have these lovely silver melons and I keep moving them around. Let me see. Put my hand on them. Oh, I found them. So I have two different types. There's these and then there's these. These are really big. You know what? These might be the ones, but let's take a look at both. Sorry for all the digging around here. Yeah, so these are pretty big. Let me see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks silly. Like circus time. Come join the circus! I do love to make circus bracelets, but I don't think that's the look I'm going for. You know what? These look like the same size as the other. They're like a teeny bit bigger. I'm probably gonna not bother with them. Okay, and then for the clasp, so you know what? No bead at the end. We are just gonna finish this off. So let's pull this through. We're gonna turn that like that. And we'll do a bigger loop, I think. Like that. We may have to clip this. Maybe do one turn. There, and that'll keep it snug-ish. Ah, your crazy beading cousin from Canada. Emma's back. Crazy as ever. I had a telephone appointment yesterday with my psychiatrist. So needless to say, she wants to see me probably in January. But it's going to be an in-person interview. She kind of doesn't trust the telephone thing. She likes to see how animated I am. And it's kind of hard because you can, you put your telephone voice on. So that one didn't bend where I wanted it to bend here. Do it like that. And I think about that big. Turn, and then turn your tool. And so these are kind of easy to do if I can do them with my fingers. Now you might want to use your tools to do them so that they're a little tighter. There. Like that. And we're going to straighten this out. It's kind of wonky. And we're going to push, there's a bit of a burr here from the cutting. There, like that, like that. Okay, let's move some of this stuff out of the way. We'll get some jump rings, put these on. But oh my gosh, look how amazing. Where did I put my, there, we're going to put that. Ooh, and let's get a nice silver closed jump ring for the closure. So this may end up being bigger. I think I have two sizes. That one I just showed you, I like to save for something. These ones are a bit thin, but I think it kind of... Actually, this is the right silver for that one. There's two different types of silver. Okay, so jump rings. These ones are... Do I need a 7 mil? You know what? Let's measure this first. So let's just do... So there's the 7.5. So yeah, there's a 7.5. So I think I will put a 7mm jump ring to attach the clasp and the closed jump ring, and that will bring it to exactly 7.5. This way, people say you buy this or something like that, or you make it for somebody else that's smaller, you can always put a smaller jump ring. So that's what I'm thinking. So let's do 7s. I love these. These jump rings are so nice compared to some of the crappy ones I've bought. These are the silver plated ones from the beading room. So let me open that. Put this on like that. And then attach it and close it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, these are so beautiful. And you could put some type of dangle if you want to. We might do that yet. So let's put that there. And you could always put a chain extender as well. But the other thing too is you can clip this to here to make it shorter. So let's close this, see what it looks like. See if we need to add anything. It's beautiful. I find it's beautiful just like that. But we could put a tiny little Swarovski crystal. Let me see what I have in my bag of goodies. Ooh, those are hearts. Ooh, look at, I have so many hearts. Ooh, I have a turquoise heart. What? Oh, okay, we just took it up another level. Okay. Now we need some a pinch veil. I do have some in here. Eek, I have too much stuff. Wow, I just went through 3 containers of silver findings and no pinch veils. Okay, you know what? We have these that we got from China. Let's use one of those. I mean, actually, pretty much all the stuff I get from China, or like these kind of findings I get from China. So I think that one's fine. It's mighty fine. So just put the one through and then squeeze it closed. That is snug. Snug as a bug. So I wonder, what's your opinion, guys? Where do you put your dangles? Do you put it on the jump ring, or do you put it on like the closed, or maybe on the loop of the bracelet? I think we'll put it on this. No, because that's where your fingers are for closing. And this thing here is open, so why don't we use this one? But you know what? I think it needs a jump ring. So let's put it like on that one. So let me see if I have a smaller. This one I can use a small. These jump rings are a bit yucky looking. I should try these that I got from AliExpress. So let's take a look at the small, maybe this one here. These are really nice. I am really impressed with these ones here. If you haven't seen that video, you should take a look. One of the AliExpress hauls. And I got every metal color. I think they were under $3 each for these. And it's incredible. It has all the different sizes. They're really well done. The container is really handy. So let's just put that on there. And we're going to put it to that jump ring. And they're the gauge must be fairly good because these are really strong. Sometimes I buy them and they're super flimsy and they just bend all out of shape when you're using them. And so there's this lovely. Oh my gosh, this is crazy how beautiful this turned out, and it's so simple. There, look at that. Lovely. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for your patience. And again, thank you so much for the incredible success with the garage sale. You guys are the best. Bye for now.